Time now for your weather on the 4s.
Welcome back at 6:14 now. Time for weather on the 4s with meteorologist Cesar Cornejo. Cesar, it's wild out there because it's raining, but it still smells smoky. It still smells like a campfire.
Yeah, Sarah, unfortunately, because of the smoke still hanging around, it just now smells even worse. And as we take a look at what we're expecting today, stormy weather is still here for us, and that means again, flooding potential is still around also. Again, we can only absorb so much water in our soils and it still continues to rain. So that means all of it can continue as runoff. We still see the smoke and I'll explain why that is. And looking at the weekend, is it going to be drier? Can we expect to go outdoors, or is it going to be one that we spend watching Netflix and kind of just hanging out because of the rain? Well, we'll see in just a moment. Yesterday we saw that it was quite a scene in Delta. Plenty of rain. In 24 hours, we received around 4 inches, if not a little bit more than that. And that is quite a lot of rain all at once. As we continue to see so far this morning, we have some storms still going around for parts of here eastern Utah. That's where that low pressure system continues to drag most of the rain, but we still see some wraparound effect here for parts of the West Desert and over towards the Wasatch Front. So we do expect to see some shower activity hanging around there. No longer seeing that flash flood watch in place, but I'll explain why in just a moment. We continue to see that today will be one of those soggy, wet days. Cooler also, very fall-like as we continue, and again, because of the rain, we could possibly see some localized flooding. Again, the smoke continues to drag on through this low pressure system moving on out, but that cold front slowly moving temperatures and air with it. But again, we see that it almost recycles that counterclockwise flow as it clears up the smoke on this side, brings it back around, and that's why we sit here smelling like as if we're right next to a wet and soggy campfire. And looking at what we have for flash flood watches, well, again, this one's still in effect, again, because of that easterly movement of our parent storm system, bringing all of the rain here. So we see less storms for parts of the Central Mountains, also the Wasatch and southern Utah, but again, we still expect to see that rain hanging around. And again, as that storm system moves on to the east, we'll see plenty of rain, but in the higher elevations, such as parts of the Uintas, even going over towards the Bear River Range, and even parts of the Tetons, we see some snow. Yes, snow. It's starting to feel a lot more like fall now, isn't it? And now we continue to see with the Storm Prediction Center that we still have the possibility for thunderstorms almost everywhere in the Beehive State. So that's something to keep in mind, especially as we look at today and tonight. We'll see that this storm system continues to move on out. Friday, it's going to be a lot more calmer. And then by Saturday, we'll expect to see that there is another quick clipping system that moves through that will bring us some isolated thunderstorms for us for northern Utah. Looking at the regional forecast today, we're expecting to see temperatures ranging around the 60s and the 70s, and even that warm spot in St. George around the 80s for us. We'll see that temperature slowly increase throughout the next few days going into the weekend. Plenty of sunshine also to be had for St. George and southern Utah. Wasatch Front, we'll expect to see some scattered thunderstorms today. Friday, we see some partly cloudy skies warming up. Also Saturday, that quick clipping system brings us some isolated storms before we dry out by Sunday and Monday with much warmer temperatures.